I've been standing here for 10 minutes trying to figure out what to say to you. And I keep coming up with nothing.
Me too, which is the first honest thing either of us has said in this apartment. I've rehearsed this moment 100 times in my head since last night. I had words, whole sentences. Now I'm just looking at him and I have nothing.
Your name isn't Elena Hart.
Your name isn't Daniel Ross.
So we've established that.
How long have you known?
Since Thursday. You?
Wednesday night. So you had a whole extra day to decide what to do with it. What did you decide?
What I decided was that I wasn't going to call it in. That's what I decided.
Why?
You know why.
The problem isn't knowing who she is. The problem is that knowing doesn't change a single thing about how I feel. And I was not prepared for that.
My mother called me Thursday morning. She said, and I remember every word, "The boy you've been seeing, we know who he is. You know what to do next."
What did you say back? I said yes.
And then I sat on my bathroom floor for 2 hours.
My grandfather called me the same morning. Gave me the same instruction. I said yes too.
And then?
And then I drove around for 4 hours, ended up parked outside your building.
I know, I saw your car. You were just sitting there in your car. I watched you from my window for 20 minutes.
I couldn't figure out how to come up.
I couldn't figure out whether to let you. I watched him sit in that car and I thought, if he drives away right now, maybe we both just pretend this never happened. But he didn't drive away.
I need to ask you something and I need you to tell me the truth. Not the cover story, not what you were trained to say, the actual truth.
That's a dangerous thing to ask someone like me.
I know, ask it anyway. Any of it, was any of it real for you? Not the mission, not the cover, you underneath all of it.
Don't ask me that right now.
Elena.
I said don't. My mother has been planning this for 11 years. She told me that last night. 11 years building toward this specific moment.
My grandfather started planning the year I was born.
We never had a chance, did we?
Never had a chance. She said it like it is already finished, like we are already past tense. And something in me refuses to accept that. Something they never managed to train out of me.
I need you to tell me something. When you first started getting close to me, what were you actually looking for?
Confirmation of identity, leverage points, behavioral patterns.
And when did you stop looking for those things?
I don't know exactly, that's the honest answer.
I kept reporting back that I hadn't identified the target yet. For 8 weeks. 8 weeks of lying directly to my mother's face on an encrypted line.
Because you knew it was me.
Because I didn't want it to be you. I know how to make someone trust me. I've known since I was 14. It's not something I'm proud of.
I know, I can do the same thing.
So how do either of us know which version of ourselves showed up these last 6 months? 6 months, his laugh, the way he remembered every single thing I ever told him. Was that training or was that him? I genuinely cannot tell, and not being able to tell terrifies me more than any of this.
I know how I felt the night you had that nightmare. 3 in the morning, you called me without thinking and I came over and you were embarrassed about it after.
Dante!
No training tells you to feel what I felt that night. There's no protocol for that. That was mine.
The night of the winter festival. When you grabbed my arm in the crowd because you thought I was going to fall.
You did fall. I caught you.
Before I fell, you reached for me before I even lost my balance.
How did you know? Because I was watching you. Not surveilling you. Watching you. The way you watch someone when you're terrified of losing them.
To understand how we ended up here, we have to go back. All the way back to the beginning.
Close the door, Marcus. Already closed, sir. Then sit down. I'm too tired to watch you stand there like a soldier. His name was Raymond, my brother, in case they never taught you that in your briefings.
They taught me, sir. I know who he was.
Then you know why this conversation is happening tonight. I have a grandson, born 3 weeks ago, 7 pounds, 4 ounces, strong lungs. His mother says he has my eyes.
Congratulations, sir.
I don't want congratulations. I want that child to grow up in a world where the call to name means nothing.
He just told me his grandson was born 3 weeks ago. And in the same breath, he decided what that child's life would be used for.
I filed that away. I told myself it was not my place to feel anything about it.
They took everything from this family. My husband, my daughter's father. 20 years of work I had to rebuild from nothing. Elena was 4 months old. 4 months old when they made her an orphan.
The Geneva enrollment documents are ready. They need your signature tonight if we want the placement confirmed before the semester deadline. How old will she be when she goes? 18, if we hold to the current timeline. She is not going there to study. I need you to understand that clearly. I understand, ma'am. She will be trained for 3 more years, Praise. Behavioral reading. We'll never see her coming.
You did well this morning. Your trainer says you held the stance longer than any child he has worked with at your age.
He said I could do better on the left side,
He's right, you can. What does that tell you?
that I'm not finished yet.
There is a family. You will hear their name many times as you grow, the Calders. Do you remember what I told you about them?
They hurt our family a long time ago.
That's right. And what do we do about that?
We remember.
Say the name.
Thanks.
Again.
Thanks.
Good. You will say that name every morning until you understand exactly what it means.
I told myself I was giving him purpose, a direction, something to carry. I told myself that was the same thing as giving him a life. I believed that for a long time. Your grandfather wants you to have that tonight. Read it before you sleep. All of it.
What is it?
Everything we know about the target institution, the cover identity brief, your backstory.
How long do I have before deployment?
14 months.
14 months. I did the math immediately. I was 17 years old and I sat there calculating how many days I had left before my actual life ended and the one they built for me began. I didn't feel afraid. That's the part that scared me later. I didn't feel anything at all.
You leave in 11 months. Everything from this point forward is preparation. Every conversation you have, every room you walk into, you are building a version of yourself that will be believed completely.
And when I find him,
Nothing will go wrong. I did not raise someone who allows things to go wrong.
She said she did not raise someone who allows things to go wrong.
and I believed her.
I'd spent 18 years becoming exactly the person she needed me to be.
What I did not know yet was that I had also been about to pull in completely opposite directions.
You have everything. Documents, cover phone, the second wallet with the Ross identity cards. Do not mix them.
I know, Marcus. I know you know. I'm saying it anyway. You've been doing that my whole life, saying things I already know. If something goes sideways out there, something I can't control, what do I do?
You complete the mission. That's what you do.
And if the mission stops making sense?
Missions don't stop making sense, Don. People do.
I had a name that wasn't mine, a story that wasn't mine, a mission that had been mine since before I could choose anything. I told myself I was ready. I had been ready for 22 years.
Sorry, I was reading and walking, which I keep telling myself not to do.
I wasn't watching where I was going either. You're good.
First week?
That obvious?
You had the map face. Everyone has it the first week.
I ran the standard read on her in under 4 seconds. Relaxed body language, warm affects, that's like, T2 comfortable and environable in time like that for like 6 weeks. Conflict and negotiation. First class, and he spent 40 minutes on a case study about a trade dispute between 2 shipping companies.
I counted 43 minutes.
You were counting too.
I count things when I'm bored. It's a habit. Elena, Hart,
Daniel, Ross.
you were in the corridor 3 days ago. I nearly walked into you.
You had your face in the schedule.
You had the map face.
You said that already, last time.
He is doing what I am doing, reading the room through me. I can feel it the way you feel a hand on the back of your neck, not threatening, just present. The difference is that most people who do this have no idea they are doing it. He knows exactly. They're very interesting and very daring. There's a coffee place 2 buildings over that actually has decent espresso.
I'm going now if you want to not be bored for another hour.
Yeah. Give me 1 minute. I can't believe it's been 5 weeks already.
I know. It feels like yesterday we met here. You two are adorable.
What can I say? She's special.
So are you.
Okay, I'm gonna say what neither of you is saying. You two have been in this coffee shop every Tuesday and Thursday for 5 weeks.
We have the same seminar, Simone. The seminar ends at 4. It is 7:15. That's what I thought.
I have to go meet Terrence. Elena, I'll see you at the dorm. Daniel, it was really nice properly meeting you after hearing about you for 5 weeks. Hearing about you, constantly, every day. Okay, bye.
Every day?
She exaggerates.
Does she? Can I ask you something that has nothing to do with the seminar?
Depends on the question.
Where are you actually from? Not the answer you give people, the real one.
That's a very specific way to ask that question. He asked me where I was actually from, not the answer I give people. He said those exact words. Pishpituri already knows and of 2 answers, which means either he's the most perceptive person I met, which means I have ever met, or having sappings that You've been looking at me for about 4 minutes.
3.5. You were counting.
I count things when I'm...
Bored. You told me you are not bored right now.
No, I'm not. Can I tell you something that has nothing to do with the seminar?
Depends on the answer.
My mother called me this morning. She asked me how things were going, and I told her fine, and she said good, and we hung up after 4 minutes. That was the longest conversation we've had since I got here. I don't know why I just told you that.
I do. My grandfather called me last week. Asked for a progress report. Not how I was, not whether I was sleeping, a progress report.
What did you tell him?
I told him I was working on it. Which was the first time I have ever not told him the complete truth.
Why that time?
Because what I am working on is not what he thinks I'm working on. I told her something true. Not a truth from the cover story, a truth from underneath it, my grandfather. The lie I told him, I gave her that, and the terrifying part is that I did not calculate it first. It came out of me the way things come out of people who are not being careful. And I have been careful every single day of my life until right now, in this library, at 11:43 at night.
My mother would hate this. She thinks anything outdoors in winter is a design flaw in the concept of winter.
My grandfather thinks festivals are for people who don't have enough to do.
Do they know each other? They sound exactly like.
They definitely don't know each other.
You reached for me before I fell.
You were going to fall.
You couldn't have known that. Half a second before the crowd even got to us.
I was watching you. I told you that already. I watch you.
I knew who he was the moment I stopped pretending I don't. And I stood under those lights and I made a choice that had nothing to do with my mother or the mission or 20 years of someone else's war. I chose to not know. I chose to stay. I chose him, and I hadn't even admitted that to myself yet. But my body already knew. My body had known for weeks.
Yes, I understand. I'll proceed. Goodbye.
You look like someone who slept fine but dreamed something complicated. I'm fine. Elena, babe, it's me. I know, it's just been hard. I wrote him a letter this morning, in my notebook. I'm not gonna give it to him, I just needed to write it. What did it say? Things I can't say out loud yet. What I wrote in that letter was simple. I wrote, I do not know who you actually are. I do not know if the person I have spent 3 months sitting across from is real. But whatever he is, I would rather have the version of him I know than the truth about any of it. That is what I wrote. That is the most dangerous thing I have ever thought.
My grandfather told me this morning that the intelligence department had narrowed the candidates to 3. He was pleased. He said we were close. He said, number one, once you confirm, we move immediately. I sat on this bench and I thought about what immediately means. And I thought about her letter, the one I found under my door 2 weeks ago, not from her, from Marcus, about her, a surveillance summary. I had not opened it yet. That was the first time in my life I chose not to know something. I left it on my desk sealed, and I have walked past it every day since.
I kept thinking the algorithm is wrong, the facial phosphor has a margin of error, everyone knows that, because I knew. I had known for weeks and I had chosen if every single motion for had been doing the same thing, from the other side.
Did you receive the updated file?
Yes.
Your grandfather wants confirmation by end of week. We're ready to move to the next phase. You understand what that means?
Dante, I understand what it means.
Is there something I need to know?
No, I'll be in touch.
Elena, how are things progressing?
Fine, everything is fine.
I'm calling because our intelligence has made a confirmed identification. The bank's heir. He is there, Elena, on that campus. We believe you may have already made contact without realizing it.
I need you to confirm, and then I need you to do what you were sent there to do. Are we clear?
We're clear. Good girl.
I keep running through every conversation we had, every coffee, every library night, every time he looked at me, and I keep asking myself the same question: was he running an operation on me the entire time the way I was supposed to be running one on him? And the answer keeps coming back the same. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And that is the most alone I have ever felt in my life, not knowing whether the thing that felt most real was real at all.
I know how to end this cleanly. I was trained for exactly this. The moment an operation becomes compromised, you extract, you report, you let the people above you handle the consequences. That is the protocol. I have known the protocol since I was 14 years old. And I am standing at this window right now because I cannot make myself pick up the phone and follow it. Not because I don't know how, because she is on the other side of it. And somewhere between the seminar room and that winter festival, I stopped being able to think of her as the other side of anything.
Elena, hey, what's wrong? You don't have to tell me anything. I'm just going to sit here. What if you found out that something you thought was real wasn't, or might not be, and you couldn't tell which? Is this about Daniel? Okay. And did he do something? No, that's the problem. He didn't do anything.
She looked at me. 1 second. And in that 1 second, I read everything. She knows. She has known at least the word it out of. She longer. She has known at least as long as I have, maybe longer.
Hey.
Hey. Can I come over?
Yes.
You pulled those out before I got here.
I needed you to see them the moment you walked in, before either of us said anything.
Why?
Because I didn't want there to be a version of this conversation where we pretend they don't exist.
Okay.
Even for 5 minutes. We've both been doing that for weeks already.
Okay.
I know who you are, your real name, your family, what you were sent here to do. I confirmed it 2 days ago.
I know who you are. I've known for 3 days.
And neither of us reported it.
No.
So what does that mean? For you, what does that actually mean?
I think you know what it means. I think that's why you unlocked the door.
I need to ask you something, and I need the real answer, not the mission answer. Were you running an operation on me this whole time, deliberately, strategically? Was any of it the coffee shop, the library, real, or was it all Access Building?
Yes, it was an operation, but it was also real.
The first 2 weeks, yes. It was Access Building. I'm not going to lie to you about that.
And after the first 2 weeks?
After the first 2 weeks, I stopped being able to tell the difference. And I stopped trying.
Same. First 3 weeks, I was building Access. After that, I stopped trying to separate it. I told myself I was still on the mission. I was not on the mission.
So what do we do now? Both our families want something from us that we are not going to give them. That is where we are.
I know where we are.
Then tell me what comes next.
We figure it out together. Or we don't figure it out at all. My mother built this plan over 20 years, every detail, every contingency. What she did not build into it was the possibility that the weapon would think for itself. That was her only miscalculation, and I intend to use it.
How long have you been up?
I didn't sleep.
Elena,
I'm not tired. I've been working. Come look at this.
what is this?
This leverage point, the shipping contract my grandfather renegotiated in 2019. How did you know about that?
My mother has been building a file on your family for 11 years. We know everything about both sides.
Which means between the two of us.
We know more.
She had been up all night building something, not dismally. That was the moment I understood what I was dealing with, not a target.
Your grandfather sent me personally. That should tell you where we are.
I figured.
He wants a confirmation call tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. He said if he doesn't hear from you at 9 o'clock, he is sending someone else to finish the assessment.
I understand. Tell him he'll hear from me. Dante.
Tell him he'll hear from me, Marcus.
How are you doing? Not the mission, you.
I'm handling it.
That's not what I asked.
I know what you asked. He said he could tell the difference between me handling something and me deciding something. 22 years and he still reads me better than anyone alive. Except one person, and that person is the reason I am sitting in this car lying by omission to the man who taught me what omission even means. I thought about telling him. For exactly 4 seconds I thought about it. And then I remembered what telling him would mean. It would mean tonight. It would mean my grandfather. It would mean the end of the only plan that had any chance of working.
9 o'clock. Don't make me come back here.
Marcus, for what it's worth, everything you taught me, I'm using it. Just not the way either of you planned.
Elena, I've been waiting to hear from you.
I know, I'm calling now.
The confirmation. I need it today.
Mother, before you say anything else, I need you to listen to me, not as your operative, as your daughter. Can you do that?
What has happened?
Nothing has happened. I'm asking you to listen to me. That is all I am asking right now. I'm listening. I found him. I confirmed the identity 3 days ago. I did not report it because I needed time to think. And what I have been thinking about is this. If I complete this mission the way you designed it, what happens next?
We gain decisive leverage over the Banks family.
They retaliate.
Within 60 days, Mother, every single time we strike, they strike back. The war does not end, it compounds.
I have access to their complete operational intelligence. All of it. Every leverage point, every financial exposure, every relationship that could be pressured. The heir trusted me with proximity for 3 months. That is more information than your department has gathered in 11 years.
Elena, what are you saying?
I am saying that I can end this, not your way, that neither side can move without destroying themselves. No retaliation, no next cycle. Done.
And what do you want in return?
My life. The one I choose.
Not the one you built for this boy.
I am telling you I have a plan that ends continued participation in it.
Hey, it's Dante. The plan is ready. We need to talk.
It's 8:57. You cut it close.
I know. I needed to think first.
Thinking is good. Results are better. Do you have a confirmation?
No.
I see.
I need you to hear me out. The same way you always told me to hear a full briefing before I respond. The same rule. I'm asking you to apply it now.
Talk. I have full intelligence access to the Calder family's operational structure. Every leverage point, every financial exposure, every pressure point they have spent 11 years protecting. I can give you a stalemate so complete they can never move against this family again. Not in our generation. Possibly not in the next.
How?
Because the person who has been inside their operation for 3 months is sitting on the same intelligence about us, and we have agreed to use both, together, against the war itself, not against each other. The Calder girl.
Yes. You have feelings for her.
That is not the point of this call.
I am 71 years old. I know exactly what the point of this call is.
Your grandmother and I met in the summer of 1974.
Her family did not approve. Mine did not approve. You want to know what we did about it?
What did you do?
We ignored all of them and built something anyway.
He said it was the only decision in his life he had never regretted. Jerome Banks, who built an empire, who built a war, who built me to fight in it, and the one thing he never regretted was the one time he ignored all of it and chose a person anyway.
Can I ask you something that has nothing to do with any of this?
Ask.
If none of this had happened, no families, no mission, no fake names, if we had just been 2 regular people in that seminar room, do you think we still would have ended up here?
Yes. I think we would have ended up here.
Why?
Because you listen.
What did it mean?
That I was going to like you. I have spent my whole life managing every room I walked into, reading it before I entered it, deciding who to be inside it. Sitting on this bed beside him with our phones face the room and the plan out of our hands, I am not managing anything.
is it?
My mother. She sent 3 words.
What 3 words?
Send the final terms.
She agreed.
She agreed. Who is it?
My grandfather.
What did he say?
He said, I am tired, Dante. I have been tired for 20 years. Do what you need to do and take care of yourself.
We were raised to destroy each other's families. That is the truth of where we came from. We were given names that weren't ours and stories that weren't ours and a war that wasn't ours, and we were sent into the same room and told to aim at each other.
It's confirmed. Both parties have agreed to the terms.
Thank you for telling me yourself.
Your grandfather wanted me to call. He said, tell him I said well done.
Marcus, I've been doing this for 25 years, Dante.
The Banks family confirmed at 9:47 this morning. The terms stand. Both parties are bound.
I received the same notification.
You did well. The analysis was thorough. Your father would have been proud of the work.
Thank you, Mother.
Come back.
Elena, I've been waiting to tell you this for weeks. Simone, what's going on? I got the internship, the one in New York. Oh my God, Simone, that's incredible.
Okay, tell me everything, from the beginning.
Simona,
I have been watching you fall apart and put yourself back together and fall apart again for 2 weeks. I have said nothing. I have been a good friend. Now I need you to talk. It's complicated. More complicated than anything I can fully explain right now. I don't need the full explanation. I just need the important part. The important part is he is exactly who I thought he was. That's love, baby. That's exactly what that is. So what happens now with you two? We figure it out, one day at a time. That's very calm of you. I am terrified. One day at a time just sounds better. See that right there? That honesty, that's new. He did that. Simone, I'm just saying, I've known you 8 months. That's new.
You didn't call before you came.
No.
First time in your life you've done something without telling me first.
Not the first time, but the first time I've done it in front of you.
Sit forward. Let me look at you.
You look different. I feel different.
Who is this?
Your grandmother, 1974, 3 months after we met. Her family still wasn't speaking to her, mine weren't either. She looks happy. She was, we both were. I want to bring her to meet you. When things have settled. When it's right.
She must be something, to have gotten past everything I put in.
She didn't get past it. She went right through the middle of it and came out to the side still standing. That's what.
Bring her.
What are you thinking about?
The seminar room. First day, you counted 43 minutes.
You remember that?
I remember everything.
Me too.
What do you want? After all this, when it's just, what do you actually want?
I want Tuesday and Thursday coffee. I want the library at 11 at night. I want someone who listens. Whatever this is, I want more of it.
That's very specific.
Mhm.
Specific person.
He was raised to destroy her family. She was raised to destroy his. They met. And they ruined everything. Except, in the end, the only thing worth saving.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this.